Welcome back. Today we're exploring the world's toughest borders, the countries where getting in is nearly impossible. These are places where "papers, please" is a serious command, not a polite request. Forget spontaneous trips. Here, missing paperwork can mean fines, deportation, or even prison. We'll break down why these nations are so exclusive and what happens if you try to bend the rules. This isn't about fear. It's about being a smart, informed traveler. Ready for a tour of the world's most extreme visa regimes? Let's dive into the ultimate no-entry list. First up, the heavyweight of closed borders, North Korea. Entry is tightly controlled, no independent travel, no visa on arrival, no e-visas. The only way in is through a state-approved, guided tour, and even then, approval is never guaranteed. Every detail of your life is scrutinized before you're allowed in, and once inside, you're shadowed by government minders. Stray from your itinerary, take the wrong photo, or disrespect the regime, and you risk severe punishment. Unauthorized entry isn't just illegal, it's seen as espionage with consequences ranging from years in labor camps to international incidents. The tragic case of Otto Warmbier is a stark warning. Even minor infractions can lead to catastrophic outcomes. North Korea's visa isn't just a document, it's a leash, and the government holds it tight. The regime's ideology of self-reliance fuels deep suspicion of outsiders, making the visa process the first line of defense. For travelers, the message is clear. Don't even think about entering without explicit official permission. Even with a visa, your experience is curated, your movements restricted, and your interactions monitored. The border here isn't just a line, it's a nearly impenetrable wall. North Korea defines what it means to be a fortress nation. For the adventurous, there are many challenges in the world, but sneaking into the DPRK should never be one of them. The risks are catastrophic and the rewards are non-existent. This is the ultimate example of a country where the border is absolute. If you value your freedom, follow the rules, or better yet, admire from afar. North Korea is the gold standard of no entry. Next, Saudi Arabia, a nation once nearly impossible for tourists to enter. For decades, visas were limited to business, religious pilgrimage, or foreign workers. Tourism was off limits, reflecting a conservative society wary of outside influence. Entering without the right visa meant hefty fines, deportation, and a ban on re-entry. In 2019, the kingdom launched a tourist e-visa for select countries, opening the door, but with strict conditions. The application demands extensive personal info, and once inside you must follow strict codes of conduct, dress codes, no alcohol, and public decency laws. Violations can lead to serious legal trouble, regardless of your visa status. The welcome mat is out, but it's right on top of the rulebook. The government balances tourism with cultural preservation, monitoring visitors closely. Entering without a visa remains unthinkable and is treated as a major crime. Fines are steep, detention is possible, and deportation can be a drawn-out ordeal. The new openness isn't a free-for-all, it's a cautious, controlled experiment. Saudi Arabia's legacy of strictness means the consequences for breaking the rules are severe. If you want to visit, get the right visa and follow every rule to the letter. The message: respect the law, respect the culture, and don't take shortcuts. The door is open, but only for those who play by the rules. Saudi Arabia remains a fortress, just with a slightly wider gate. Now to Iran, a country of ancient wonders and modern visa headaches. For Americans, Brits, and Canadians, independent travel is banned. You must join a guided tour, with every move monitored. The visa process is slow, unpredictable, and heavily influenced by geopolitics. You need a special authorization code before you can even apply, and rejections are common, often unexplained. Try to enter without permission, and you risk being accused of espionage, a charge that can mean years in prison. Iran's security services are vigilant, especially with Westerners. Consular access is limited and legal rights are minimal. Even a passport stamp from Israel can get your application denied outright. The visa regime reflects Iran's defensive posture and desire to control the narrative. Every visitor is scrutinized, and the government wants tourism without compromising security or ideology. For other nationalities, the process is still fraught with pitfalls. Iran's borders are a primary line of defense, and the visa is a tool of control. The risks of bypassing the system are enormous: detention, harsh conditions, and little hope of outside help. Iran is breathtaking, but it demands to be visited on its own strict terms. Don't gamble with the rules. The consequences are life-altering. If you want to see Iran, patience and meticulous planning are essential. Here, the border is as much about politics as geography. Turkmenistan, Central Asia's answer to North Korea. Getting a visa here is like winning the lottery. Approval rates are shockingly low. You need a letter of invitation from a state-licensed agency, and even then, rejections are common and unexplained. The process is slow, unpredictable, and designed to discourage visitors. Try to enter illegally, and you'll face a police state with omnipresent security services. Unauthorized foreigners are quickly detained, facing harsh prison sentences and little hope of consular help. Even legal visitors are closely monitored, with restricted movement and mandatory guides. The capital, Ashgabat, is a surreal city of marble and gold but feels empty and controlled. Independent exploration is discouraged and can attract unwanted attention. The famous Darvaza gas crater is spectacular, but reaching it means navigating endless bureaucracy. Turkmenistan's paradox: lavish hotels but almost no guests. The visa policy reflects a desire for isolation and control, not security. The border keeps both outsiders and citizens in check, maintaining an information vacuum. For travelers, Turkmenistan remains an enigma, seen by few, understood by fewer. The Golden Gates rarely open, and the risks of forcing them are extreme. This is a country best admired from a distance. Eritrea, Africa's most secretive nation. Getting a visa is a test of patience. The process is slow, opaque, and rejections are common. Even with a visa, your movement is restricted, often limited to the capital, Asmara. To travel elsewhere, you need additional permits, rarely granted. The government's suspicion of outsiders is rooted in decades of conflict and authoritarian rule. Every visitor is viewed as a potential security risk. Entering without documentation is treated as a grave threat with severe penalties. Eritrea's legal system is opaque and detainees have few rights. Indefinite detention in harsh conditions is a real risk with little hope of outside help. The country's strict control extends to its own citizens, fueling a massive refugee crisis. Eritrea's beauty, modernist architecture, pristine reefs, is largely inaccessible. For those who do visit, the experience is like stepping back in time, but under constant watch. The visa is a permit to exist, temporarily, in a closed system. The risks of breaking the rules are extreme and not worth taking. Eritrea is a land of hidden treasures, locked behind bureaucratic walls. Here, the border is a fortress, and the welcome is always conditional. Bhutan, the Himalayan kingdom with a unique approach to tourism. Here, entry isn't blocked by suspicion, but by price. Bhutan's high-value, low-impact policy means a mandatory daily fee of $100, $200, plus other costs. All trips must be pre-arranged through licensed tour operators. Independent travel is not allowed for most. Your visa is only approved after full payment, ensuring only committed visitors enter. Overstaying or straying from your guide leads to fines, detention, and a permanent ban. Bhutan's model preserves its culture and environment, making tourism sustainable. Cheating the system is seen as disrespectful to the nation's identity. The experience is curated. Your guide is your host, translator, and cultural ambassador. Every interaction is designed to be respectful and educational. Bhutan's approach is the opposite of isolation. It's selective, not exclusionary. The goal tourism that benefits the country, not overwhelms it. If you want to visit, be ready to pay the price of happiness. The rules are strict, but the rewards are immense. Bhutan is open, but only to those who value what it protects. Here, the border is a filter, not a wall. Russia, the land of paperwork and patience. While millions visit, the visa process is a bureaucratic gauntlet. You need an official invitation, not just a hotel booking, to even start your application. The form is exhaustive travel history, education, employment, family details. Every blank must be filled. Any mistake can mean instant rejection with little explanation. The scrutiny is intense, a legacy of Cold War suspicion. Try to enter without a visa or overstay and you'll face detention, fines, deportation, and a multi-year ban. Legal proceedings are daunting, especially if you don't speak Russian. Even minor discrepancies like visiting cities not on your itinerary can cause trouble. E-visas have eased entry for some, but the full process remains a major barrier for many. Russia's border is a test of your attention to detail and respect for rules. The treasures of Moscow and St. Petersburg await, but only for those who navigate the system perfectly. There are no shortcuts. Every document must be in order. The process is a powerful reminder of how history shapes borders. Russia's visa regime is as formidable as any wall. If you want to visit, prepare for paperwork and patience. The border here is a bureaucratic bear, demanding respect. Cross it carefully or not at all. That's our tour of the world's toughest borders. From North Korea's iron grip to Bhutan's high-priced welcome, these countries prove travel is a privilege, not a right. Respect the rules, understand the risks, and always do your research. If you enjoyed this deep dive, hit subscribe and ring the bell for more global adventures. Your support keeps this channel going. Thank you for watching. Stay safe, travel smart, and never lose your curiosity. See you in the next video.